sound is getting improved. We'll get this cast ready to go soon enough. Alright, we're getting close. Let me just got the replay up. I'll get the scoreboard going. We'll hop into it. So let's get this replay underway. Right, that looks good. So we have Still Learning, also known as Autumn. It's the Terran in the bottom left. We have the Zerg, user 21030, and he's in the bottom right. That's the blue Zerg. These are good colors, so I'll go ahead and keep those. So this is group 5 out of like maybe 50 groups. Let's see what these players decide to do. We could see some unorthodox strategies. We could see some heavily macro level play, like just making stuff and A moving, or we could see some players that love micro. So we'll see what we get at this level. Yeah, he has way too many numbers, and he changes them up because like on the CPL website, user 21030 is like user 74 something something something. Depot down. We got an Overlord. No super early pull of the Zerg today. So don't have to worry about that. And instantly 2 drones. I think he's going to go for a 12 hatch and play. Pretty standard. Got a barracks. And we got an SCV scout now. Overlord does get the right direction, but I don't think he's going to be able to do... Like, if he scouts the barracks, he's got a beeline back over, and he's not going to be able to see any move-outs. Because you would want to send it to the natural first, and then kind of sit over the ledge. But maybe he'll be able to... check in and get out. And we do see a barracks right away, so we're going to see a second barracks is what I mean, and we're going to see some aggressive play. So the hatch went down for user, and then he throws down a pool into gas. So it's actually looking like 2-hatch Muta, which is a very hard build to pull off. Alright, he peeps in, sees the barracks, moves out. And I think he might have even seen both barracks. And that Marine's going, no, he's chilling. He's like, that Overlord, he can't attack. Why attack him? Send him around, see if you can find the Overlord, but also holding the ramp against the drone scout. Alright. Now we got gas mining. Alright. do have 3 on here, so don't put this one on here. And you could tell because once... Oh, you got 4 drones on gas. Because once a drone comes in, another drone comes out. That's how you could tell. Academy going down. And we got a creep colony going a little defensive right away. Fair enough, there are 2 barracks. I just like how fast creep colonies pop up. So I just leave like a ling out here and then build them the moment they look to be moving out. Alright, and we got the sunk in to kill the scout. Does know that he's going what looks to be lurker. One thing that you could do with lurker is about 60% of the layer. You could throw down the den, and the layer and the den will finish at the same time. If it finishes early, it's kind of just money that you spent early, which could have been a drone. Okay, we got stim probably already halfway done, and then we'll get range immediately after. The medics are coming out, and I think once these medics come out, he's going to go straight for the Zerg's natural. And that looks to be the case. Alright, so Zerg's still just making drones. He doesn't... Well, maybe this Overlord saw the move out. Too late for me to go back and check. Run down second gas. There's 1 Hydra and 1 Lurker. I don't know where this Lurker is being produced. Oh, it's the Lurker upgrade. Never mind, I'm being silly. Alright. And I think his 1 Hydra is going to be killed right away. So I don't think there's a chance for any Lurkers to come up now. These Hydras are popping. They still need to morph. Their Hydras are pretty terrible against Bio alone. They need Lurker reinforcement and probably Dark Swarm. So the Marines coming in here and stim. We got 1 Lurker morphing. I don't think there's any chance of backstabs. This is the only unit he has. The Terran has Marines in the base, and it's looking pretty devastating. Maybe this Lurker could get a nice shot if it gets burrowed quick enough. Alright, we got the Lurker. Come on, get a juicy shot. Ooh, one Marine. 2 Marine. Oh, the medics are too strong. Wow, these Marines got healed so much. These medics must be at no energy. Yes, they are. They're at no energy because those medics were putting in work. And this Lurker got 4 kills. You can just burrow right here. Oh, burrow him, burrow him. Lurker has a decent range. Oh no. Gotta get them burrowed. Yeah, and those medics put in work. And now we look and we have a 10 drone count to 26. And hate to say it, but the writing's on the wall. But if user just starts pumping drones and gets his lurkers in a nice defensive area, you'll be able to drone up until tanks come out. Maybe. But it's looking pretty rough. Yeah, that's true. Terran is not producing at home. These barracks need their lights on. And Lurker's not really... it's being used. It would have been crazy if he got up, went all the way to right here, and there still wasn't a comsat. That would have been crazy. But here's tank. I don't think siege is done. And he's sending a drone and a lurker. Yeah, rallies are really tough for Zerg. You want to rally your units, but you also want to rally your workers. Oh, I guess getting that SCV was a good choice. Oh, yeah. Unburrowing is really tough. If you stop and then burrow your lurker, it will burrow just a tiny bit faster, which can be the difference maker. Drone counts looking okay at the natural, but at the main it's not looking good. But yeah, maybe a rally just right at the natural might be the best idea. Taking a third base, you get 2 lurkers on this high ground, that can pretty much hold everything. But we got some drones rallying into the Terran army, but the Terran army wasn't on A move yet. There it is, 2 drones dead. There's no static defense, nor is there, well, it's going down right now. There's no lurkers to defend just yet. The Terran is relying just on scans right now, but vessels will be coming out very soon. And I think he'll just be sitting back and using his siege for now. We got 2 more lurkers coming out. And more hydras being made. Yeah, it's hard to engage on a Terran with just lurker because normally you need lings to be doing damage while the lurkers are moving in. So there's some sort of damage being done all time. Alright, keeping the lurkers defensive, not suiciding them. They are in low number right now. Terran does have +1 attack. And then the lurkers are moving in. There is a vessel to detect, and the siege tanks have massive range. And I think Still Learning, or Autumn, is going to be rallying in his army. And there's GG. So we get a win for Autumn and 1 loss for User. The user's name on CPL was 74003, and in game he is 21030. Zip codes, yeah, don't trust people with 5 numbers in their name. I don't know, it's very Korean just to have like mash your hand on the keyboard name. I find it kind of funny. Alright, and now we have the same spawns, but now Solaerran, the Terran, is in the bottom left, and instead Autumn, going with his ID that has his name, is in the bottom right. Still rocking the pink. I think Autumn's got a favorite color, but honestly, Autumn should be rocking the orange, don't you think? I think Autumn should be orange. New username. Bulky4837845. Nice. Does look like Autumn had a slightly better split, so his workers are finishing like a second ahead. Yeah, orange is one of my favorite colors. I can't say that I have like a favorite color. Alright. Depot first. That means no 8 racks, so we got that out of the way so far. Unless it's a desert map and it won't let you. That's why you play on melee. Just kidding. Top versus bottom is important for that reason. Everybody, when you're hosting your CPL matches, you need to host top versus bottom. Alright, we got the Rex down for Autumn. Otherwise, you're gonna pick the same color as the map. And, I mean, like, that's kind of, like, just trying to get a cheap win, honestly. But it's CPL. It's all about improving, not getting cheap wins from picking the same color as the map. Playing blue on Twilight or orange on desert maps. Yeah, that light pink is pretty good, in my opinion. And so far, kind of mirror builds. It does look like Autumn just had a little bit better luck with mining, so he's slightly ahead. And he's going for the SEV Scout sooner than Solaerran. Oh, what is this? Okay, that's just a supply depot. Right. One Marine running past the SCV. He was like rallied down here. Got the factory well underway for Autumn. And for some reason, Solaerran hasn't dropped his yet. And I'm a little bit worried. He can drop a CC if he wanted to at this point, but once vultures start coming by, you would need a bunker and a few more Marines. Alright, factory now underway, but Autumn's looking sharp. Autumn already has his factory down. I think if he rallies this across the map, vultures are incredibly efficient against Marines that are not in a bunker. So I think it could be one of those games where like the first 2 vultures get massive damage. Yeah, it's funny when people fight over magenta. Magenta's a little bit too bright for me. I do like it, but if I get it, if I normally random my color, I'll check tab. Right, we got factory 1 done. Come on, get a vulture going. But he's lucky that Autumn's just kind of sitting back with his vultures, because now Autumn has 2 vultures to 0, and he's throwing down machine shop first. Maybe if he gets a wall off, he could buy time for his first tank to come out. That would be pretty cool. And it looks like Solaerran's still just looking for his opponent. And is this tight? It's going to be tight for a vulture, right? There's no way vultures get through this. Yeah, vultures are like kind of large units. And then we got a vulture being made, not a tank. I guess you really wanted that vulture speed, but the speed's not going to do anything. Can't really repair the depot because if you pull SCVs, these vultures will kill it. But he's going to get in. And SCV down. Just 1 vulture versus 4 in a Marine. Ooh, this is hurting. Yeah, and then let's just start counting the kills on the vultures. We got 2 on this one, 3 on this one, 3, 4. Yeah, and then now Autumn's got like crazy money because all he's focusing on is his vultures right now. Which, you know, if the vultures are going to win the game, go ahead and micro them. So we got 5, 8, 4, and then the 8 one just turned to a 9. And we got some rallying vultures now. Let's see if the Marine got some kills. Yeah, he even got 2. We got GG. Autumn looking pretty sharp. Hitting his factory the moment he gets enough gas. Once the factory finishes, he starts getting vultures immediately. And after getting a few vultures, he goes ahead and goes across the map and breaks in. Well played, Autumn. Autumn with the 2-0 so far, and no other winners so far. Okay, next game. Yeah, in that last game, Autumn could have like been microing and using control groups to make stuff at the same time. That's a good point, Data. Data or Data? I don't know. Data. It's not a T. Okay. Now we have new spawns, and we're going to get a new winner in this group with Wizzer versus Solaerran. Got the blue Zerg in the top left. Solaerran with the orange Terran again. I'm a big fan of blue and orange because if you watch any sci-fi movies, they always have like blue and orange posters. Have you guys seen that? Like the Blade Runner and stuff like that. It's always like, dude, this is a sci-fi movie. There's like futuristic technology. Blue and orange. There are other colors, you know. Yeah, you could do like blue and pink. It's pretty good. Wait, we got Overlord and Deepa. So no super cheesy shenanigans. Okay. And then if we look, we got Wizzer going for the reverse scout again. Now, a reverse scout can work on a 4-player map because if you send your first Overlord directly here, though, get them on the high ground before Marines come out, then you could also send your second Overlord to another high ground. So you're increasing your odds of your Overlord being at your opponent's high ground with your Overlord. So that's pretty nice. So we got another 12 hatch. Probably pool coming up soon. Taking some time on that pool. There we go. And then gas. Maybe another hatch. First SCV scout. Incorrect. Got a drone scouting, but I don't know where he's heading. Gas is down. We got another barracks. So this 2 Rex on 1 base play, it's pretty good. When I off race as Terran, this is what I prefer myself. The only thing is if you're going to go 2 racks, you're going to be on like 1 base for a little bit. So like building stuff outside of your base is kind of risky. Because if they went for like early lings, you would be able to hold your ramp. But I don't think you would be able to defend these. Yeah, we got quite the minerals, and quite low APM. But APM isn't everything. Now we got Wizzer with his first 100 gas. He'll likely spend it on Layer, because he's shown to like to hatch Lurker so far. And yeah, Layer so far. Throwing down a creep colony. Gotta keep these barracks lights on. SCV's pumping. Yeah, did he just send 2 SCV into the Zerg's base? Because he had one that went to the bottom right, up to the top right, over here. And then he had another one just coming up here, so I think he did just lose it to SCV. Oh, look! I think he took my advice already. This is close. You could drop it a little bit sooner. But yeah, you don't need your den immediately, but a little sooner than this. When you're going something like Lurkers, you're going to want more drones on gas, because your Lurkers are 50 minerals to 100 gas. So you need that like gas to mineral ratio. Yeah, when the CC's off center, it's kind of silly, but they could always fix it. It's unlike Zerg or Protoss. When they throw it down, it's like, well, shit. Then we're screwed. And worker counts are looking pretty even. So I'm digging this. This is good saturation for the Zerg's main. So you got 9 minerals and you got 9 workers. So each one of these workers is getting 100% efficiency. You could go over that up to like 3 workers per mineral. Man, Larva was crazy. I wish he didn't have wrist issues and stayed playing competitively. So we're going against Lurkers. We already have the concepts sets up, and I heard a scan, so it was likely seeing the Lurker play. And we got a quick Queen's Nest. This is incredible. So if there is more gas being mined, probably morph all of these Hydras into Lurkers already. But this is the key mistake right here. Is you're missing 2 drones for a few minutes. And yeah, Lurkers cost a lot of supply, so you got to build those overlords in advance. Can't get supply block doing this, especially when you want to hit that timing attack. Oh yeah, and he did not fix that CC, and he threw down the command center comsat out of place too. All right, those overlords popped, and we got 4 Lurkers down. Now, we got an engineering bay, but there needs to be turrets. Oh, this turret's way too forward. This is going to get picked off so quickly. I would put a turret behind the depots and stuff like that. Bunkers are very good. They're like not the hard counter, but they're incredibly crucial for fighting against lurkers because Marines just do this by themselves. And it's just a matter of follow-up now. And it looks like Solaerran sadly just sending his units without detection, moving them to the natural, but when they don't see anything, they just die. Alright, Zerg has taken a pretty healthy worker lead now. And he's going up to Hive now. That's really cool. Alright. I'm gonna see what your control groups are. You got 1 for your lurkers. You got 2 for your Evo. That's pretty awesome. I need to start hotkeying my Evos, but I don't do that. What do you got on 3? Nothing? You got Hive on 5. You got your natural on 6. That's pretty good. I think consumes pretty cheap. Yeah, I'm not going to do math on stream, but the amount of gas that you need to invest to get Defiler is actually kind of low, only because you don't need to build very many Defilers. While there's other races where, like, you know, if you're trying to get science vessels and tech up to that, it's really costly because of the amount of vessels you need to purchase. And we got 0 mining out of Solaerran, and he's down to 3 workers, and he's producing at his natural now, which, did it ever lift up? No, it's still out of place though. You can see this right here. It would be over those panels. And we got some Lings coming in. They do look slow. Anytime you're gonna go Lings in like late game or something and you didn't already upgrade Ling speed, you can, once you press H for Hive or whatever your hotkey is, just like click on your spawning pool and upgrade speed. Yeah, there it is. But even at Hive, I would actually go like Adrenal before speed. Yeah, sadly this Lurker's in front of 3 turret detections. So those Marines are gonna get that at least. But here comes 3 Lurkers. Are they gonna burrow? Nope, they run away. Now they burrow. And we got some juicy shots. And yeah, now he's having to rebuild tech structures. And we got GG. And I think User's just taking his time and looking through his build. Alright, game 2, and we have a new winner with User. User 1-1. Solaerran 2. And Arab, earlier you followed me, thank you. That was like 20 minutes ago. I've had something covering that, so my apologies for not thanking you sooner. Whoa, we got a raid! Thank you. Thank you, Tap Tap Starcraft. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we got more Brood War. There's always more Brood War. I probably have fewer viewers because there's, I think, even BSLs going on. Dude, Tap Tap, I am having a bad preseason too. Better to have a bad preseason than to have a bad season. So. Oh, you haven't played a single one? Alright, so in this preseason, we have a new challenger with Wizzer, the Protoss, in the bottom right as the green Protoss. And of course, we know by now, Solaerran loves playing as orange, and he's in the bottom left. And I think that's like, I think Solaerran's like hosting like a use map setting of this map where he just gets bottom left. The Wizard of Oz. Cool nickname. But Wizzer is like a good Protoss name, I think. Alright, where are you building this pylon? Okay. I thought you were heading towards your ramp and building your stuff in your natural. Got Terran. And build your depot. I don't know the sim. I think like Rax needs to be to like the left of it. It's used map, you could tell. Shift tab and they'll be turn red. Use map. Oh no, they did top versus bottom. They're both red and blue. But I introduced them as their colors, and they're playing separate races, so I'm going to keep their colors. Alright, we got gas, we got a simulator, we got first scout. Wizard's in a great place. Great place. Got barracks going down. You're not going to steal his gas. Oh, that's terrible. That's mean. That's only supposed to happen on like the 2-player maps. That's terrible, man. Alright, no Zealot to follow it up, though. Like, he's not being incredibly mean. And he's, like, not mining gas, either. He's being nice. He's like, alright, if you can't buy gas or mine gas, I won't either. This is a truce. We're playing mineral only. But cybernetic score doesn't look very mineral only to me. So I think he's thinking he's mining gas. And this Marine needs to be helping this SCV out. He only does like, well, I think they do the same. No, Marines do 1 extra. I think Marines fight attack a little quicker. We got an engineering bay block at the natural. Alright, we got the gas mining. Not producing any army yet. He really wants dragoons, but he's also supply blocked. We got a pylon coming down. And the only thing being produced so far is an engineering bay. Well, another depot now. And SCV. While Wizzer is getting his Dragoon range, building a Dragoon, will probably clear this up and take a natural. Or He's just gonna take a third base as his first. Yeah, we're 3 games in. There's a few players that have played. Alright. Building in the natural. That's like Solaerran's thing. He loves getting the Sim City right here. I would just add bunkers and turrets to it. Alright. Solaerran, drop a CC. You got the money. Once you get the gas, drop a factory. Wizzer is doing... I don't know. He's still producing workers. And he's keeping that money low. So that's looking pretty good for him so far. Get that CC. Oh, it's off place again. One of the things with Starcraft Brood War is when you build buildings, your cursor's not going to be in the center. It's going to be like at the top right. So when you have these maps that show you where the building should be placed, you like press B and C while your cursor's in the top left. And the Dragoon hits before the depot finishes. We need the Marine in there and this SCV repairing immediately. But is it repairing it? Yes, it is. It's flashing, but it goes down anyway. Dragoon's going to get on top of these Marines. You don't need to outrange the Marines. They can't do much. And there's some production at home. Still getting a CC or a Nexus and also a third Nexus. And Dragoons are in the base. And this is looking pretty rough because Marines without a bunker are terrible against Dragoons. So the hope is that Vultures could get out and SCVs could hold these Dragoons by getting us around. But you got to be really active with these SCVs to get us around on Dragoons. You got one! Attack, attack him! Oh, you let him go. Get that factory finished. Vulture, Vulture. It looks like Solaerran, not Solaerran, but Wizzer is going home and macroing up, building some pylons and another Dragoon. And yeah, when you see 5 workers to 26, it's sadly over. It's just a matter of time now. This is a good time for me to drink some water and clear up my voice. Alright, SEVs, pretty clunky. Okay, he micros that Dragoon. I was thinking it was going to go down. He listens to his attack response. Your units are... What is I don't even know the Protoss response for armies under attack. Probes still being produced. Amazing. A fully saturated natural. And there's GG. We get Wizzer with 1 game. And Solaerran going down to 0-3, and that's fine. That happens. That happened to me this week. Well, spoilers, my bad. And I think This is going to be a really good match coming up. I'm excited for it, for sure. We got... Well, I guess I'll just get the replay going and then I'll announce who we have. This one should be a good one. We got Wizzer, the yellow Protoss in the top right. And we got Autumn with his third ID so far. This guy. But so you can't tell Autumn by his ID. You could tell because he's light pink. I sadly don't know what Onimusha is. But yeah, you could tell that it's Autumn because of his color. Getting the first pylon down. I don't know what's up with this map with bottom left for Terran. Alright. Do we think Wizzer's gonna go for like the same type of 2-gate goon this game? I think that's likely. Rather than like a 1-gate expand or anything like that. Or a cybernetics core expansion. Not gonna get the first scout off. Eric's going down. Got the gas going down. Gas going down for Wizzer as well. Alright. Got the cyber core going down. I like when you see players not build a zealot immediately. They're like, you know what, let's get the cyber core. Let's invest in the future. I like this. A lot of tier 3 players might be a little too worried about getting a zealot and getting attacking units in their opponent's base as soon as possible. Alright, last game we had some supply blocks. Wizzer, where's your second pylon? Where's your second pylon? Don't do it again! We got Autumn already having his second depot. Good on him. Factory coming up pretty quick too. I always forget how to ban people. There we go, I found it. And then we'll give the green sword to Data. Thank you. Alright, we got some Dragoons out. It's Cyber Core. We finally got like some more pylons, so we could build stuff again. And we got a depot down. Looks like yours gonna go for tanks, but we're like, no. Let's get some vultures out as soon as possible. We got a few Marines. And just really, yeah, don't get supply blocked. I know it sucks, but like, just build them nice and early. So you don't have to build a couple in a row. But yeah, during this time is a good time to get machine shops. when you're supply blocked. And Dragoons, they're menaces in this matchup. Holy cow. Is there any other matchup where like 3 individual units are this strong? Oh, and we get the high ground advantage right now. Look at these Marines. Just not take... Oh, they went down. Gotta keep them on the high ground. Get them repaired. Ooh. 50% hit and miss chance was on display right there. Yeah, those Dragoons were missing a lot. Like, that was... You wouldn't think it's 50%. You would be like, man, do like a quarter of the shots hit? If you're an outsider wondering what the hit chance was. We got the Dragoons just rallying across, not going for an expansion this time, but rather observers. I like it. Getting enough minerals to start adding more tech and an expansion. Got siege underway, and you know what? This game's really close because we have 22 workers to 22 workers, and the supply is only off by 2. So, if anything, this might actually be in Terran's favor, because like, oftentimes Protosses will be like ahead by like 20 plus supply in this matchup, and that's like common. So, we got a good game on our hands. No mines yet. Still just getting siege. Mines being... Siege is complete. Getting mines now. And... Boy. I wonder if he saw where his army was going. Oh, and these Dragoons are getting on top of the tanks. And just donating units to them. Oh, no. Remember when I was saying it was Terran's favor? That's like if their units are like sieged, sitting in the main on the high ground. Oh, and he gets on top of the siege tank. And oh boy, I'm gonna get GG. Man, Wizzer, capable of smelling blood, finding it immediately. Getting that dub. GG. T3, T2 tosses OP. Is it OP or do Terrans forget to siege their tanks? And it looks like we're actually going into our last game because MSG decided not to play any games this week. It's both. They're OP and Terrans don't siege their tanks. Fair enough. Alright, we're in our last game. Wizzer versus User. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Wizzer, User. Oh boy. So it looks like User selects blue every time he plays. He is the blue Zerg in the bottom right. And we got Wizzer, the green Protoss. Alright, do we have a Forge expand? Is that what we're doing? I'm not gonna 2-gate. I feel like Protoss versus Zerg. Protoss have a lot of builds that they could do right at the start of the game. Like they could go Forge first, Gate first. Sorry, Terrans. Nexus first. But that's not very common against Zerg. And then they could choose what their second building is too. Whether their second building is a Forge or a Nexus. Like the amount of variety there is incredible. And we've seen User just go for hatches against Terrans. Now he's going overpull. Very nice. We got the money. In the money. There you go. We got the Forge. Now a Scout. Alright. User, you gonna send out a drone for a second hatch? Yep. User just really likes to scout clockwise with his overlords. It's like his favorite thing. Alright, we go Forge into off-place Nexus. I'm speechless because he could just like take the time to get it right. Oh. Into Forge. I know, he if you scout counterclockwise and you get it right, then you got it. But here's the thing, he still doesn't see anything. So, I guess he can make assumptions. Oh look, he's being active with the Lings. Finding the probe before it gets in his base and denies it. That's incredible. He was chilling here. He could have been running across the whole time. But he was chilling here because this Overlord saw the probe. That was incredible. Gotta get that larva moving. Well, I guess they're moving, but like, use it. So you see cannon. Got probes. Yeah, now this is looking kind of rough because we only got 9 drones to 19 probes. Now Protoss is usually a tiny bit ahead because they could continually produce, but being down by 11 hurts so much. Oh man, placing 2 hatches off center in the same game, that's really hard. That's so rough. And I'm pretty sure this like little skeleton is like tight against everything. Like this little dude, this little doodad, this little pterodactyl. Yeah, I think you don't have to worry about that Zealot being there. Pterodactyls are your friend. Yes, we get the den below the hatch. because the larva was right here. But I always like it to the side so you keep the most surface area and make it hard for the player to get to your ramp. I always hate hearing larva die. One of the worst. Oh, we got a paleontologist in the chat. Just kidding, I'm joking. But yeah, I don't know. This is some sort of flying thing. It's some sort of pterosaur, right? But larva is a huge resource for Zerg. You could think of it as minerals, gas, and then larva. And canceling larva just hurts because you have to wait 15 seconds for the next one. Got some cannons going down. Got the Solaerran coming out. And I'm worried because there's no anti-air yet. So this Solaerran, if it finds these overlords, it's gonna kill every single one of them. And I'm really concerned about the mineral saturation. Gotta get 9 up here and about 7 down here. Yeah, but oh, he's got 2 Hydras out. I was thinking he would get supply blocked right before it popped. But thankfully he has an Overlord right here, and then right here. So this Solaerran's not going to find it. And Wizzer's not making any more. So that's kind of nice. Let's see, we got leg speed almost done. And we already have +1 attack. Yeah, the mineral to gas ratio, like, gotta saturate your minerals first, then get gas later. So prioritizing the second natural gas was not the best. Templar Archives coming up. Boy, Storm. Storm is pretty crazy. Alright, we got +1 attack for Hydras. I finally finished once I clicked away from it. That's funny. I always hate how upgrades sit with the bar like full, and it feels like an eternity when you're like spamming the next upgrade you want. Like you're spamming like Carapace right after you're getting attacked. You're just spamming C and it feels like 10 seconds. We got Dragoon range coming. Got the Templar Archives. More Solaerrans. And yeah, I just see the supply. It's almost 40 ahead. Hitting +2 attack. Mineral saturation's looking a little bit better, but Protoss is taking their third base before the Zerg. So Zerg's definitely on the back foot. Needs to start taking a third themselves. And I don't even know if he's sure that Protoss is even getting this. Right, and here comes the Zealot attack. And nah, it's just gonna chill. It's good for Protoss to be active with their army. Yeah, and the biggest thing for Zerg is just when you look at your hatcheries, they have 3 larvae. That hurts because it can't go beyond 3. So if you sit at that for more than 14 seconds, you lose out on potential production. These zealots coming in and wiping out that small Hydra force, denying the 3rd base for User. Now we got a bunch of Corsairs. And if he finds the Overlords, he'll be badly supply blocked. But it looks like Wizzer's just taking his time, building up probes, getting his tech. And with this many Corsair and no Scourge, and then now he's building DTs, I think we might get some like old school Bisu, Sair DT kind of stuff that we saw versus Savior. Here comes these Zealots. And man, there's just so many of them. Yes, the Corsairs do find the Overlords. And we just see blood everywhere. Oh! Zealots on top of drones. Corsair on top of the Overlords. Boom! 3 popped at one time. At least these Hydras are killing 1 Corsair. I'm doing my part. How is he not supply blocked yet? I guess he's losing units faster than he's losing Overlords. And these Zealots are cleaning up everything. He lost his Hydra Den, so these are like his last Hydras that are gonna pop. Now they're just like attacking Larva. Look how strong Larva is. 10 armor, that's ridiculous. Like, I think fully upgraded Ultras have 7 armor? Or 8, I think they have 8. I don't know, I hit with 4 armor and then I win the game. And then we got GG. DTs and mines kill larva. This is bullshit. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how attacks work in Brood War. Why do some things kill larva better? But thank you for tuning in. That was my first CPL cast. Yeah, when there's not too much going on, I don't know what to say. So I'm just dependent on you guys and just chatting with you. I had fun, and I look forward to cast more games. Thanks for tuning in, and a little thank you to everybody that followed and people that hosted too. So thank you, Data. Thank you, Arab. Thank you, TapTapSC, for hosting. Thank you, Cafe Mocha, for following, and Marty Magpie for following as well. Thank you. Hope you guys have a good day. I might stream some 1v1s depending on how I feel, but I'm gonna close the stream for the VOD.